Some would call it swag, some call it cockiness, some would call it being a diva. But when you're good, it's not bragging. An elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome to Vaught Hemingway Stadium, home of the Ole Miss Rebels. As we'll see, the number 25 team in the country, the Florida Gators, taking on one of the participants from last year's playoff, the Ole Miss Rebels. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. And the Rebels will put total leather and we'll get started. From inside his own 15, trying to follow his blockers. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Looking downfield on first down. Fires to the big fella. Let's take a second to look at the big picture for Florida. By the end of the day, one of these two teams will control their conference destiny the rest of the way. Potential bye in the college football playoff on the line. This game critical at this point in the season for both teams.
And so much talent in this game, too. Outstanding coaching staffs, NFL talent on both teams going into this one. David, this might be a rematch in the conference championship game. We might get to see this matchup again.
Yeah, and it's so nice to have two teams playing so well at the top of their conference. You know this game matters. There's no sleepwalking into this game. You see the numbers at the top of the conference. It's you and it's them. Who's going to come out today?
It's a really good sign if you're on offense. You're putting it on your offensive line on third down. Critical down and distance, opening drive of the game. Let those guys fire off, get a hat on a hat. You can run the ball, pick up the first. You're around midfield. And all things looking pretty good here early for this offense.
The give from the gun. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Give to the running back. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
That's a great individual play, and I love cornerbacks that don't just take pride in covering guys. I like guys that like to put their face in the fan and affect the running game. This dude is physical, and he impacts the defense because of it.
And those guys are really hard to find. A lot of corners, they're smaller. They don't want any part of the physical run game. Nice job sticking his face in there, setting the edge, making the tackle.
On fourth down, they'll pass for it. Looking to the big tight end. Big tight end makes the grab. First down, still on his feet.
And they're showing you their intentions early in the game. It's fourth down. You're in your own end. We're going to be aggressive, and we're not just going to do this early. We're going to do this all game long. Awesome execution on a critical down.
Looking to throw on first down. Using the quick game. There he goes. Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the first down, but a good gain on that play. And the Gators headed quickly to the line. Looking for a chunk play on second and short. To the sidelines, and he tiptoes his way to a first down before going out of bounds.
By the receiver. Forced out of bounds at the 31-yard line. First down for the offense.
The Gators with the 1st and 10. They just keep firing. Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a first down.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy on them. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that first.
Making sure they have good balance, keeping it on the ground. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
Things looking really good for this offense on their first drive of the game. They've been able to get it done a lot of ways. An explosive play there in the running game. Great vision. He's able to break out, and he sets his offense up in first and goal.
They'll mark him down at the 2. The excellent execution on that throw and catch. From the red zone for the score.
And how about the job by this offense? This is not a scrub defense. This is a top 10 defense in college football. You got to take points whenever you can get them. Nice job putting the drive together, putting 6 on the board. No matter how it looks, you just got to keep fighting with this squad.
And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. Coming out with it, it's Sampson. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. Off play action on first down. They're working that left side. Turning it on. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down.
Not wasting any time. You just watch the opponent go down on their first drive and score a touchdown. So right away, you're aggressive. You're throwing the football on your first play of the game, and you're getting a nice completion. Really nice job.
Looking for space. It's Rasmussen. Gets away from one, finds room. He found open space. The band might as well start playing.
And to have a rushing touchdown of that type of yardage, you've got to be able to make something miss. It's one thing to get into the second level, but can you make that last defender miss? And you saw it on that play. Once he was in the clear, with his speed, he was gone.
And the extra point splits the uprights. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. And he's not going to take the touchback. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Gators sending the offense back to work. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. Makes the grab on the left. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one. The Gators want to crank the tempo. Second down, they'll go to the air. Fires to the wideout. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And the tackle is made, but not before that completion gets them 30+. You get a play like that and you feel like you can go in and finish the deal. It'll be 1st and 10 from just inside the 50. Wants to go up top on first down. Hauls it in. Makes a man miss. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a first down. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. And the Gators will snap it on 1st and 10. The give to the back. Tackle is made at the 30-yard line after he picked up 4. Solid pickup of 4 on first down at 2nd and 6. Leaves it with the back. Got a little space. Breaks into the open. He's all the way down to the 3. Showed it all on that run.
Man, this is a guy who just seems to get better as the game goes on. What a run getting his offense down close to the goal line.
So nice creating explosive runs in the run game. Now you're getting in the red inside the 5. Go punch this in and get a touchdown.
And he'll be stopped for no gain. Still sitting at the 3-yard line. Trying play action. It's complete to the left. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Looking to throw on 3rd and goal. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown Gators! That's the way you finish a drive and put up points.
Man, that field shrinks. You've got to have the big boys down here that you can just throw it up to. Let them make plays. Make it look like run. All the big boys on the field. Slip that tight end out.
It's a fake, and the kicker's going to throw it. And they're able to make the tackle. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Lost to throw on first down off the play fake. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Rasmussen. They got him down at the 40 after he ripped off 15 yards. They've done a really good job identifying mismatches, and they find one out of the backfield there.
Reese, I really don't think it's that hard. My guy is better than yours. Find the matchup across the field. Running back's got some speed. Get it in his hands quickly.
Oh, he's got some space. And they'll get enough for the first down, and that's how things will come to a close here in the first quarter. Both teams wanted to establish the run, and they have done exactly that in the first quarter. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. Off the play fake. Looking to buy time. Fires on the move. Picked off. That's number 15 on the year. Just a short return, but that would have been icing on the cake. They've got it first down at the 42. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. They reeled off a long touchdown drive the last time they had a much better field position this time around. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Looked like the offense had a chance for a big play there, but the running back just could not reel that ball in.
Going to swing it on second down. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be third down.
Man, the defense, they haven't had an answer for this guy. He has been lighting them up in the pass game early and often so far, and that time just not able to hook up with his quarterback.
The run from the shotgun. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And that's a great play by the defensive end. The best athletes on the field play defensive end. You can ask anybody. Yes, I agree, Jesse Reese. See, they agree with me. Same thing. But you watch them get off the football, make the play. That's why you put your athletes there.
He only needs a sliver of daylight. Touchdown, Rebels! Special teams proving to be special. A dynamic, explosive return. The sliver of daylight exploding through it, just vaporizing and reappearing on the other side and housing it.
And punt returners are so quick. You can play touch football in an elevator with them and lose. You can't even get your hand on those. So quick, so elusive. That's such a great job making people miss, but still going full speed up the field to get all the way to the end zone and score the TD.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Fellas, week to week, you just never know, which is why we're here with an update. Wisconsin is down, but they are not out of it. Not inside Camp Randall, one of the best home field advantages in all of college football. It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to Stanford. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. The Gators sending the offense back to work. Didn't get anything done, 3 and out on their last series. They'll try to find a rhythm here. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
Well, this defense knew they had a tall task playing against this Heisman-caliber quarterback, and the best way to affect him is with pressure. They were able to hit him on that play, and that forced the incompletion.
Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the first down.
Well, it's a nice job by the defender there closing the gap with the wide receiver. They're going to complete the hitch pass, but he's able to run right up on him, get him to the ground for a minimal gain.
A big third down coming, and hotty-toddy, gosh almighty, this crowd is ready. He'll keep it himself. And the defense had his hands full, but they finally wrestle him down short of the first down.
That's got to hurt if you're the offense, because you're thinking with this quarterback and his size and his athleticism, that's going to be an easy first down pickup on the option play. But how about the physicality up front by this defense, stuffing him at the line of scrimmage?
And how about this lower intestinal fortitude? 4th and 1 in your own territory, and they're going. Big man has it. It's a first down and more. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. The definition of 4-down territory has changed over the last few years. It extended into their own territory there.
Anywhere, everywhere, just look at the card, right? That card's supposed to tell us what to do, but maybe I'll go for it anyways. This offense, a little bit of a gamble, but they get the first down. Nothing to worry about.
Quickly out to the tight end. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there. Still a little ground to cover and pick up the first. The Gators really need to keep this drive alive on third down. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Grab behind the line. It's Johnson. And they'll spot it at the 38, and that'll be plenty for the first down. The Gators are marching down the field. The quick out. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. So now it's 2nd and long. He leaves it with the back. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
They have it at the 43, 3rd and short, trying to avoid making a decision on 4th down. From the gun, wants to pass. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down.
I know one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical, and early in this game, putting a big hit on a guy that's already had a couple catches in this game.
Oh, trickeration, he wants to throw. The catch is made, but he's beyond the sideline, so they'll turn it over. And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one. So after reviewing the undisputable video evidence, the replay booth has decided to overturn the call. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game. If you're going to win, and David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
Quick release by the QB. Across the 25, he's got room. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. The Rebels, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. Direct snap. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Guys, let's talk a little bit about Ole Miss. They've jumped to the top of the conference standings. Now the trick is finding a way to stay there.
Well, and that's your goal to start the season. It's always about the conference first. It's not about the national championship picture. So great job taking care of business within the conference, Jesse, but a lot of meat still left on the schedule.
Yeah, and remember, conference championships mean a lot because the way the college football playoff is set up, if you're winning your conference championship, you're probably in the playoff discussion. So they've got a lot of games ahead. They're in that prime spot right now inside their conference. They've got to keep playing well.
Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. Third down. Wants to throw. It's Meadows. Pocket breaking down. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And that's a play on third down. This offense just has to do a better job protecting their quarterback. Give them a split second more time to complete that throw, but they couldn't do it there.
Needs it to keep this drive alive. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs.
And how about the defense coming up big on 4th and short? You know they're going to run the football. Great job stacking the box, getting the big stop.
Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Working that left side now. And he gets the first down, but man, did he get the hit stick laid on his noggin. The clock has reached the 2-minute mark, and they have a chance to at least cut into this lead before the break. They'll snap it from the 25 here on first down. Looking to throw on first down. Trying to set up the screen. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. The hurry up now, second down, clock ticking. From the gun, running back gets to give. And the defense snows him under after a very short gain.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. He's got an open man. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. To the air on first down. Got the quick pass. There he goes. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37. And the Gators in the hurry up. Wants to throw on first down. Quick completion on the out.
It's so nice as a quarterback when you've got a guy like that working for you in the slot. He has such a good feel to find the open spaces in the defense. Just makes life so much easier for his quarterback.
The Gators can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Looking to throw again. Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch. Man, this sophomore quarterback unleashed a cannon on that one. The Gators have it with a 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Looking to the big tight end. Trying to barrel in. The magic bean is spinning out of control. Already over 200 yards in the first half.
Yeah, they're being aggressive offensively, throwing the football, trying to take advantage of this defense on the back end. They've got their quarterback right now in a groove.
Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Florida. Fitted in the win window for the score.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in game.
The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Dropping back, it's Meadows. Looking to scramble. Complete to the right.
QBs and wide receivers spend all offseason together throwing the football in air. I mean, really developing that chemistry and timing. Understanding, I get man coverage, I'm throwing this to you right now.
Unloads to the right. Got his man downfield. And he was off to the races, and he gets it to the 45.
And when you're running the ball well, QBs love going to play action. You get the linebackers starting to suck up closer to the line of scrimmage. They're keying on those running backs, and it just makes pitch and catch so much easier for these quarterbacks.
Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Looking downfield very late in the half. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Off play action. That's caught. It's Rasmussen. He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds. Mark it at the 47-yard line, and this offense is going to work. Just enough time for one final play of the half. Oh, maybe a double pass. Here's a heat. Inside the 40. He'll be knocked out of bounds a couple of yards short, and that's a stop for the defense. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update. And the Gators will kick it off to start the second half. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. Tight game as we start the third quarter, and we'll see what type of adjustments they made at halftime.
And getting the ball first here, I think, is such a big deal. Like, I get the first chance to make a statement, to make the adjustments, to create some momentum for my squad right here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I think it's so important for this offense to set the tone here early in the second half, to get a nice drive going, build that confidence, and get your defense ready to come on out, get a stop, and change the complexity of this game.
From the gun, running back on the move. And he's able to shed one tackle and pick up pretty good yardage.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
And the Rebels come to the line needing just inches for the first down. And he earns a first down, and boy, did he earn it after taking that lift.
Well, nice job finding a crease to go get that first. And Dave, there's just some running backs out there that feel like they have that sixth sense. They just know where the marker is. They know where that first down marker is, and they're just able to find a way to fall forward and get it.
Oh, and I love when they don't dance. Know the situation, right? Don't bounce things that don't need to be bounced. When I need to stick my face in there and lower my shoulder and get a couple yards, I got to know the situation. Great job by him running the ball physical and finishing the run for a first down. That just really nice catch by the big tight end, throwing those mitts up there, catching the football.
The Rebels are moving quickly down the field. Looking to pass. It's Meadows. Quickly to the tight end. Turning it on. Perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle at the 17.
Man, what a weapon in this offense to have a tight end that you can throw the football to, not just over the middle, not just to move the sticks, but a guy like this that can absolutely blaze, like a Warren, like a Bowers we've seen over the years, that can make huge plays down the field after the catch.
Lights off a defender. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer closer and closer to pay dirt.
These running backs nowadays, they're built so low to the ground, thick and compact, but fast and shifty. They're just so hard to tackle. And you can see he just does a great job breaking tackles, He does this consistently. That's why he's really hard to stop at the running back spot.
Quick touch pass to the receiver. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
Just went with something very easy, very reliable. Flip it forward, let your receiver do the rest. I only got to get a few yards. Nice job, nice execution. First down.
A first down run in the red zone. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Ole Miss. That his 40th career touchdown run.
This guy's had a lot of success throughout his career, but 40 touchdowns is something that's pretty commendable, David. He continues to challenge himself each and every game and every year to get better.
Yeah, just the consistency has been so impressive. The offense is built around him. Like, he's going to get the football, he's going to be featured, and still finds the end zone week after week.
They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. And he's going to bring this one out. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Their lead is gone, and they'll try to grab it back on this drive. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Creates a little room. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Looking to fire. Pucks it out of the air. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. The Gators moving quickly to the line. This is a designed run. Didn't get much. Picked up a yard, and that will leave them with 4th and 2.
And you can tell the QB wants to run. He's going to be a big part of the game plan, and the defense really, really understands that. I got to understand, and more importantly, when I get a lick on this cat, I got to take it. Like, not dirty, not cheap shots, but end of the plays, when I can be physical and really make him feel me, I think that'll always bode well in the fourth quarter game.
He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. They were willing to spin that wheel of fortune in their own territory, and it paid off.
And it came up good. I mean, I think you see the aggressiveness by these offenses now, willing to go for it in their own territory, and I like it because they got it.
Breaks into the open. He'll go out of bounds at the 35-yard line. Big pickup there, and this offense is feeling it.
Well, that's why this running game can be so dynamic. This guy is special when he has the football in his hands. He can make people miss, he can run with power, and he also has speed. You saw it on that last play.
Looking downfield on first down. Finds his tight end. Knocked down at the 25-yard line. Picked up 10 there and gets a first down. They saw that blitz coming, and the way to get out of it is find the tight end.
Yeah, how quick did he see that, too? Sees the blitz, understands this is a matchup where I got my big tight end, the big fella I trust. I'm going to find that matchup, get him the football for the first down.
The Gators have it with a 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Intercepted, and that total goes to 16. Good gain on the return, and this defense has set them up with a big play.
And that's got to feel good, and that's a play this young man is never going to forget. His first interception of the season. Great job reading the QB's eyes and getting to the football.
Ole miss, ready to send the offense onto the field. How big is this drive? Scored a touchdown the last time they had it. Defense gets a stop, and now it's up to them in a tie game.
All right, so if you're the offensive coordinator here, let's dial it in. Who are your best matchups and best playmakers to take advantage of this golden opportunity?
Yeah, and I'm interested to see this defense, too. Like, the momentum is clearly not in your favor. How do you get it back? How do you make a big play? Do you be more aggressive here to try to get the football back to your offense?
Intercepted, and that total goes to 16. And he can't hold on to the ball at the end of this big game.
Well, they got a really nice drive going on offense. They're on their opponent's side of the field, but you're not going to come away with any points if you turn it over. And they've got to do a better job of ball security. Very, very lucky that ball went out of bounds.
Here comes the offense back onto the field. Looking to throw on first down. Touchdown, Gators! And with that, they've got the lead here in the second half. Another touchdown for this guy, and he's starting to get in a groove the way Terry Dean did when he set the single-game record with 7 touchdowns.
Another one. I mean, just putting up stats. This guy's finding the end zone, and he can do it all. Just showing it off left and right. When you play in such a physical league like the SEC, but you got a guy like this that can get an extra first down and really keep those chains moving and score big plays and big touchdowns, good luck stopping him.
Drive starts from their own 25-yard line. To throw, it's Meadows. Makes the catch. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
And that's exactly your job when you're a defense. You know, they're going to make throws, they're going to make catches. I got to get them on the ground. I got to limit the yak, the yards after the catch. Nice job breaking on the football, getting the wide receiver on the ground.
Here comes the heat. They'll run the screen. Can't get it to the ground. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. Gets a turnover.
Nice heads-up play by the defense to jump on that ball after it got popped out.
The Gators sending the offense back to work. They have it once again in spectacular field position. Cashed in the last time and even better this time around. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. And the Gators want to move quickly. Second down, they'll go to the air. Fires to the right. Another interception. That's number 17 on the year.
Well, the good news is after that second pick of the third quarter now for this guy, they're still winning the game, but they are living dangerously right now. And they can't expect to hold on to that. This guy keeps making bad decisions like we've seen here now in the first period of the second half.
Hey, it's got to be frustrating because you always talk about taking care of the football, and you've got to lead in the second half. You need your quarterback to play smart.
He wants to start this drive with a pass. That's caught. It's Rasmussen. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
Well, it's important in this game, this offense gets the running back involved out in the perimeter in space where he can do some damage. That time they got it to him throwing the football. He picked up a couple of yards, but it gives the defense something to think about.
To the air on 2nd down. That ball was nearly intercepted. They'll live to tell about it. 3rd down coming up.
Man, an almost disaster again for this offense. He's already thrown 2 interceptions. The defense got their hands on another one. They are dialed in. They really got a good beat on this passing game.
Finds the tight end. That's a nice pickup to give them some breathing room, and they've got it out to the 27.
And it's on 3rd downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in 2nd and short, not a good job by this defense.
Man, this sophomore quarterback unleashed a cannon on that one. So he took a chance by using a timeout on the challenge, and it comes back to bite him. We'll see if he needs that timeout later. They'll be able to get off one more play before quarter's end. Handoff from the gun. Shakes off the defender. Oh, he's got some space. Touchdown, Rebels! He shed tackles right and left and housed it.
Man, I am a great play caller when I can hand it to guys like that. He can go that far to the house, create big plays, showed you a little bit of vision, showed you a little bit of burners. When he kicked it in gear, he got the long touchdown.
Extra point here will tie the game. And the extra point was good, no incident there, and we are tied up in the third. They fought tooth and nail through three, and it is all locked up as we take a look at the stats. We've swapped sides of the field, and we are ready for the finish as the fourth quarter gets underway.
Set to advance on the football.
He'll bring it out. It's Garrison. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Last drive ended with an interception, and they can't afford to have that happen again. Throws to the tight end. Complete to the right. It's a seam wide open. The 30. The 20. Touchdown, Florida. And they've moved out front here in the fourth.
Well, in the modern era of college football, you're seeing more and more athletic tight ends. Like what you just saw right there. The defense had no chance covering that guy down the field. He makes them look silly on his way in for the long touchdown.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. On Wisconsin. They're darn near perfect offensively today, almost exactly the way they drew things up in practice. They're up by 21 over Stanford. We've got our eye on this one and everything else going on throughout the day, guys.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. You want to talk about a drive where you impose your will? That's what they did, running it down for a touchdown, David.
There is nothing more demoralizing than that for a defense. To be physically pounded. The run is coming. You know it's coming, and you can't stop it.
Nothing the defense can do. That is mano-a-mano up front, and your guys getting a push. They know you're running it, and they still can't stop it.
And the Rebels in a good spot here with second and short. Keeping it on the ground with the single back. Got behind those pads and picked up 3 out to the 35.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
The Rebels come to the line trying to find a way to convert on third and very short. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. Coming through that third down conversion, and they'll mark it at the 43.
Well, the defense is on their heels right now. They're going to have to find a way to stop this guy. When he's got a head of steam, boy, he is hard to bring down.
And the Rebels will line it up on 1st and 10. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Floating away. Blasted as he lets it go. Connection to the right. And he was off to the races, finally tripped up at the 36.
Man, it's so nice to have a quarterback who doesn't flinch. You watch it, man. He's hanging in there, right? Hanging in there. Takes some time for those routes to get down the field. Gets hit as he throws it, but delivers the ball, a catchable ball down the field, and makes the big play. Nice toughness by that young man.
Most important part of a clutch drive. Piece together some first downs. Get in position. And here they are on 1st and 10. Hit as he throws. Those two not on the same page. It's incomplete.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on 1st down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him, and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Looking for a crease. It's Rasmussen. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
And sometimes for the defense, it just takes one play, right, to create some momentum. Obviously, this guy's been eating him up. He's got over 100 yards rushing on the day. But finally, David, they get something positive here in the run game defensively.
But you kind of know that coming in. He's going to get his. Such a great back, and he's had a great day. Need to put more plays together like that right there.
Now facing a 3rd and long. To the air. It's Meadows. Got a man. It's Rasmussen. He gets it to the 34-yard line, but excellent 3rd down defense, and 4th down's coming up.
And that's why, as a defense, you want to set up 3rd and long situations. You just want to be able to keep the football in front of you. It's okay for that quarterback to hit the running back on that pass. Now you have all those bodies flying to the football, and they're able to make a tackle.
And here we go, down a score. They'll go for it on 4th down. Quarterback making checks. On 4th down, looking for the completion. It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. The decision to go for it does not pan out.
We're at a juncture of the game now here in the 4th quarter. One possession game. Every critical down and distance is going to matter. And on that 4th down, the defense gets the win. Great job in the back end in coverage, forcing the incompletion and turnover on downs.
The Gators with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. They'll keep it on the ground to keep this clock moving. They'll get the 1st down. It's spotted on the 49.
And this guy really has been a workhorse today. He's made plays when his offense has needed them the most. He's a guy who's reliable. They know they can turn around, give him the football, and he'll go make things work out. And they're going to need him to finish this game. He has to continue playing well after that big run there.
They stop him just short of the 1st down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up. The Gators will hustle to the line.
You see a lot of offenses late in the football game with a lead get conservative. I like they didn't. Like, they trusted the passing game. You're going to get looks that you know what they are. Defense has to be aggressive. You know, they have to be aggressive because they're down. They've got to get to the quarterback. They've got to get stops. Nice job throwing the football.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the 1st down. Now here on 2nd down, see if they keep tossing it around. It's caught. It's Johnson. And they wrap him up, but not before he's got enough for the 1st down. Last completion moved the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again.
I love an offense that wants to stay aggressive. Even when you've got the lead late in a game like this, right, you still try to find your playmakers and get them the ball in space, and that is exactly what this offense is doing.
They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Going to look downfield again. Makes the grab. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's first and goal from the 7. On the doorstep of cashing it in for the offense. He's looking to throw. Looking for the goal line. He's all the way down to the 2-yard line. Just spectacular execution there. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. They've moved it forward to the 2. Now it's second and goal. Wants to go up top. And it's caught for a touchdown, and that might do it.
And, you know, late in the games, offenses sometimes get conservative when they got the lead and they got the ball. I love this offense. They were aggressive. They got another score added to the lead. Now you're trying to salt this game away.
And they did tack on the extra point, by the way, and knocked it right down the middle. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. Looking for a man. It's Meadows. Fires to the big fella. That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play. The give on the inside. He'll get a fresh set of downs, stopped at the 31-yard line. And they'll line up from the 31 on first down. Wants to go up top on first down. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion. What will they dial up on second, and a long way to go. Back to pass. Throws to the wideout. Makes a connection. He'll work and weave his way all the way up to the 45 before going out of bounds. The Rebels will have it first and 10. Looking to throw on first down. He wants a big play here late. And it's incomplete. Good play downfield by the DB.
One of the biggest reasons today why this offense is losing in the game is they haven't been able to get it going throwing the football. This guy still has not thrown a touchdown pass. They thought coming into this game they were going to have tons of success throwing it. But you got to give the defense credit. They watched the film. They've been mixing up their looks defensively, trying to confuse this quarterback. And again, on that last deep shot, it falls incomplete.
Misses again. It's incomplete, and that's 3 in a row.
And you got to expect this offense to go for it again here on fourth down, right? Obviously trailing, we're in the second half, but we saw them try to go for it on fourth down early. Didn't have any success. They've got to dial up a better play here.
Can't find his man. It'll be incomplete, and that is a heartbreaker this late in the game.
And that just about does it. That about puts this thing to bed. The offense, listen, they had to go for it, but now defense, this is the situation where you say, I'm just going to eat clock, up by several possessions, eat clock, get out of here with a W.
Soft spot in the middle. He's got enough for the first down, and that ought to be enough to put them in victory formation for the rest of this one. And the Gators come to the line in the hurry-up. To the air on first down. Unloads to the wideout. Working that left side. Makes a catch with defenders everywhere, and now the defense backed up with a first and goal from the 5. They'll go to the air. Touchdown, Gators! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. That'll give them a little more breathing room as they try to push this winning streak to 5.
Salt enter wound, right? Late in the fourth quarter, you can run the football, run this game out. No, sir. I'm going to continue to pad my stats, find my receiver out wide, and get me another touchdown.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play first snap of the drive from the 25. Sends it back in motion. To the air, it's Meadows. Firing to the right, complete. Finds some room. The 20. Pass to Tech. Touchdown, Ole Miss. He got a step and just dusted the field.
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
He's got it in the end zone for the 2 as they draw a little closer. That kind of drive will boost your confidence. One play, hit the big pass, put a touchdown on the board. Don't think that one made it 10 yards before they got the eager paws on top of it, and the flags will fly. He'll start this drive firing. And he throws his 3rd pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. Taking it the other way. At the 30. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Rebels! The defense does the work itself with a pick 6.
How fast did this game just change? Offense in the lead with the football looking great. Defense makes the big play. We've got ourselves a ball game now.
Well, head coach obviously decided it was best to go for 2 points right there. They didn't get it, and you just wonder if chasing the points is going to hurt this team later in the game.
Few anxious moments there, but the hands team true to its name as they make the grab and get the ball. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Fires to the wideout. Wide open downfield. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22. Timeout called by the defense. 13 seconds to go. From the 22 on 1st and 10. Wants to throw on first down. Unloads it left. Good route on the comeback, and he makes the catch. Timeout is called, and the clock is down to 8. The Gators trying to get a touchdown on 1st and goal. He wants to throw it. And he's got it for the touchdown, and that one just might do it.
Some would say run out the clock. Some would say I don't need to add points. But here's the thing. It's your job to stop them on defense. Now, listen, the handshakes, they might get a little bit interesting after this game, but the offense did their job.
And he made the extra point without problem. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Don't know if the defense will appreciate having to defend a short field from the start after that penalty. And after this play, the cake will be baked. Back to throw, it's Meadows. He's taking the deep shot. Falls incomplete. They fought to the final whistle, but that's going to do it. When we get to the offseason and they start having coaching clinics, they're going to roll this game tape back to show both offenses.
Dial it up and let it run. I mean, that's essentially what we saw in this game. It didn't matter what either offensive coordinator was calling. Everything seemed to work through throwing the football in the intermediate passing game, the RPOs, the run game, David. This was just clinical offensive football.
And offenses have evolved so much. They can do so many different things, and they know how to use their playmakers, get speed and space, make those big plays. So that's why offenses are ahead of defenses. In this game, it was no different.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.